Hello and welcome to Defend the Rook. This is a roguelike tactical turn-based board game with tower defense elements, and what you have to do, your main objective, is to, indeed, as the name of the game suggests, defend the Rook. This video is kindly sponsored by Catapult, and if you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. It actually comes out on October 26th. Anyway, we're going to be creating a new game here. An existing run is in progress, but I'd like to show you the game from the start. So this is what we have right here. There is a small cutscene between the Magister and the Queen. You play as the Magister, and there's a mysterious thing that he's done to some ancient heroes, and he apparently has now control over their souls, or something along those lines, and the Queen is wanting to employ him and his services to defend against the mighty hordes of orcs and various other enemies that are attempting to attack the kingdom and steal their gemstones. Anyway, as you can see, there are a lot of different choices here. Obviously, this is a roguelike, and as a result, it is going to give you randomized items. It's going to give you randomized spells, randomized units, as well, technically, it's going to give you the same kind of units to begin with. So it's going to give you a warrior, a rogue, and a sorceress. And it's also going to give you very similar towers as well until you unlock additional things. So for example, as you can see right here, I actually have one gemstone to upgrade. And as you can see, this is going to be used to acquire upgrades that permanently affect future battles. So this is kind of like the progression system outside of the game, I guess you could say. Anyway, this unlocks the hero's banner, which is an alternate to the barricade. Barricades are basically like blocking objects on the board where you can place them, and then an enemy has to go through those if you place them in a smart way, and it's just going to buy you huge amounts of time to do damage to enemies. And otherwise, you can upgrade your heroes, so you can unlock a common, rare, and epic upgrade for the warrior. Sounds like a good idea, so I'm actually going to do that. I personally prefer upgrading my heroes to anything else, even though the contraptions are really fun to use, by the way. They are fun to use. Anyway, let's start, and I'll show you what it's all about. Alright, so our first level is the mountain. And what we have to do is collect as much gold and experience as possible. And there are a number of different skills you can take with each class to be able to do that. For example, the sorceress has a skill where whenever she attacks something, as long as it is not a summoned unit, she's going to gain 1 additional experience. And you may think, oh wait, 1 additional experience? That's really not that good. But it actually is. There are a lot of enemies to fight, and gaining 1 XP every single time you attack, not kill, just attack, that's very, very useful. Anyway, before every level, they're going to give you an overview, an analysis of what the enemy is going to be throwing at you. And as you can see, as here, the Demon Lord, he grows in power the longer he remains in battle. In other words, he does more damage every single turn. And his weaknesses are that his subordinates are pretty bad, as you can see. So let's do this. Start the battle, and we will now begin. And as you can see, it literally just goes straight into the board where the Magister is waiting. You can see that he's right here. He's right there. Pretty cool. I recognize that floating castle, Magister. So, to what do I owe this reunion? Squashing your pitiful invasion sounded like a respectable use of my powers, Azaz. Tell me, what are you after now? Gems, my feeble conjurer. The kingdom is ripe with gemstones, and I will claim their power. Typical. I will not allow that, of course. Letting you pass would sully my reputation. You should know by now. I am unending. You will learn to fear me, Magister. I will force your eyes open. Alright, so here we go. Now we have a bunch of battle speech by all of our all of our heroes here. As you can see, they have some humorous lines to say, and we also have a number of different traps, barricades, and as I said before, randomized spells. These are completely random every single time. Your towers and various other contraptions, however, are not randomized as far as I can tell. I have always played this level with Arcane Tower, Cannon Tower, and Emerald Tower, as well as a couple of freezing traps and some barricades. These are really good, by the way. Barricades are fantastic. The freezing traps are also really good. Unfortunately, they are not able to stun bosses, as you can see right there. So obviously that's going to be a bit of an issue. Anyway, as this is a tactics game, there are waves, there are rounds, and this is obviously turn-based. So you can move every single unit individually, and then you can tell them to wait with the shortcut space, or you can click on wait, and you can also move your rook as well. It's kind of a little bit like chess where you can move the king. However, the rook can move a lot further than the king would be in chess. But generally, if anything attacks the rook, it immediately kills whatever that is. So even if the rook takes damage, it's not that big a deal, but you definitely want to try and prevent that from happening. Anyway, the sorceress should gain a bonus by attacking while next to another friendly unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the warrior up here. And actually, yes, I'm going to do that, and then we're going to confirm that move. You have to confirm the move, otherwise it will go back to its previous position. So technically you can try out stuff and then you can just right click and then it cancels it. But yeah, obviously, you know, you can already kind of figure out what's going on there. So let's just attack. As you can see, she gains some power as a result of that too. And then we can play the rogue as well. And technically I could go and kill this with the rogue, which would probably be a good use of our time, or we could literally just place a couple of towers down, and this might be a good idea. This is a long-range tower, and you can see the range of this tower just by the red highlights on the squares here. I'm going to place the cannon tower around about here. The emerald tower is a short-range, high-damage tower. I'm probably going to place that round about here. And then the arcane tower is medium range, so I'm going to place that round about there because I want the cannon tower and the arcane tower to work together in a rather nice fashion. And now what is going to happen is usually enemies will attack the closest target to them. Towers can be attacked as well, bear that in mind. So what I'm thinking of doing right now is literally I'm going to be placing... Can I place it underneath him? No, I can't place it underneath him. That's unfortunate. Yes, that is unfortunate. Yes. Okay, so I won't be able to do anything here because this guy is more than likely just going to attack us straight up right there. He's only going to attack for 6 damage though, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I am going to move my rogue ahead and just slay that orc. And now we can go to the next turn. And it does warn you and say that your units have not been moved yet. I mean, we do have the rook, but I don't really want to move that at the moment. See, so now the orc is going up there and is going to attack, but thankfully because we have towers, they automatically attacked, and then they took him out. Because the close range tower does a lot of damage when they're standing next to it. Anyway, now we have the ability to upgrade a hero. You could do this at the end of every single round. And this is really good. This really determines how your heroes are going to play throughout the entirety of this level. So what do you think is going to be best here? Well, if you want to boost the soldier or the warrior, then you can do that. If you want to boost the rogue, then you can do that. But I personally much prefer boosting the sorceress. She is really good. She has a lot of amazing powers and she can do a lot of really, really good damage. So you can see here the sorceress also attacks +1 other target in range whenever they attack. Yes. That is fantastic. That's a free attack, basically. Really, really powerful. Alright. So, now, when we press end turn, this is what's going to happen. There we go. A new wave of enemies is going to be incoming, and as you can see, they do give us a small idea as to where they are going to appear. So, this means that I'm going to be placing a trap round about there. So you can see I've placed a freeze trap right where that guy is going to spawn. So he's going to get stunned and take 3 damage. Unfortunately, that is going to disable the trap as a result of that. But, you know, that's just how it goes. And otherwise, we're going to be moving the rook a little bit away from there. And then we're going to move the warrior probably round about here. And then we'll... Yes, let's confirm that, actually. And then we'll move here with the sorceress. I should be able to attack both of these from where I am. So hopefully we'll get double attacks when we actually get round to it. and the rogue is just going to stand relatively close by to these towers to pick off any units that may want to attack a tower, and we want to try and assist them as best we can. So that's what we're going to do there. Otherwise, what we can do is I can place other traps down, but bear in mind this is only wave 2, technically. So we're not going to do that just yet. And as you can see, one goblin has already been taken care of, which is really good. So let's see what I can do here. I could technically move over here with the sorceress, but that will then not allow her to attack. She needs to be at least a little bit far away to be able to do that. She cannot be in melee range to be able to attack. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to attack both of these. As you can see, boom, one is dead and the other one's dead. And that is only due to her special ability, Second Fire, that she was able to kill 2 units rather than 1. It's really quite fantastic to see that happen. Alright, so the Rook is going to move a little bit further, and this guy's been stunned, as I said before, and unfortunately the... Oh, no, we can move the warrior. Oh, fantastic. I actually thought that we wouldn't be able to move him, but we can. So this is really good. So that means I'm going to move him round about there. He does start with 8 base armor, which basically means that he's kind of your tank. You know, he's your tank of the game. So, yeah, well, we're otherwise going to attack with our rogue, and as you can see, he does a lot of damage as it is, and then we should be perfectly fine. Okay, so what does this actually do? Replace it with a trap that deals 3 damage. Remove a blocked tile. So in other words, you can remove one of these with this, and then that's going to be fine. You also have this, which is a really, really powerful spell to give all of your heroes plus 10 temporary armor. So if you really badly need it, you can obviously use that. Anyway, let's continue and see what happens. Yep, he's just going to attack there. That's absolutely fine. My towers are now going to attack, which is great. And the sorceress will just murder him. Easy enough. Alright, here we go. So now we have another choice between all of our skills here. So strip down, that is going to reduce our armor with the warrior, but it's going to give us +1 move. Ah, the rogue. Now this is looking very nice, in my opinion. I personally do not like the hero essence ability that the sorceress gets, because as you see, if the sorceress is next to the warrior, she gains 4 temporary armor. I think that's good, don't get me wrong. I think it's a good skill to have. But I really love the fact that the rogue can then hit for 18 rather than hitting for 10. That's basically almost a 100% damage increase, all for 1 movement, which in my opinion is amazing. So we're going to be taking Heavy Blade. There we go. He's going to move a little bit slower now, unfortunately, but you know, that's in my opinion a really, really good cost for that. I'm happy with that. So let's just go here. I actually don't know where else to go because I don't know where they're going to spawn. So I might as well just move around there, and then let's go to the next one. Ooh, there they go. All right, they're all spawning over in that direction. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so I actually wonder what I should do now. Should I build some barricades? No, I kind of want to leave the barricades for the boss. The boss is going to be a pretty difficult thing for us to deal with, so let's just see what I can do here. Let's move him there, move the sorceress here, and I'm going to move the rogue around there, and then we are going to place a barricade. Should we? I'm not sure. I don't really... You know what? Let's place a freezing trap here. There we go. Freezing trap there. That seems like a good idea to me, and there we go. Let's do that. Alright, so bear in mind that... Oh, what is that? Wow, that's a lot of kills right there. Yeah, that was a lot of kills that we did. Okay, this is an interdimensional thief. Okay, that's a new enemy. I've not seen that before. Alright, that's going to be kind of interesting. Okay, well, whatever the case, I'm pretty happy with how this is going so far. I can very easily kill these. I cannot kill the archer, unfortunately. But... You know what? I'm going to use this. I'm going to use Decimate to remove that block. And then there's a trap underneath there. But that's then going to allow me to kill the archer, which is really important in my opinion. Unfortunately, the rogue cannot attack twice. So, now... technically, if I move here, am I going to be in range? I don't think so. No, we are not in range. as I say, I've not seen this before, so it might very well be pretty bad for us, but I suppose we'll find out. And let's just kill this one. It's going to do 12 damage. This only does 3 damage, but I'm not going to kill this in one hit. Is my tower in range? I don't know. But I could give him... you know, I'm going to give him 4 temporary armor. Yeah, let's just kill the archer. And let's give him 4 temporary armor. Because that means that if he gets attacked by both of these orcs, he's not going to take any health damage, which is going to be very important. Oh, no, he is... one of them is actually attacking the tower, so that's not that big a deal. This guy literally ran into the freeze trap. That was a huge error. I have no idea why he decided to do that instead of moving to where the archer was and then attacking the rogue. But okay, if he wants to do that, then that's perfectly fine with me. And let's move over here, kill this guy. There we go. And now the rogue can move over here, but that's not really going to help us. And the interdimensional thief doesn't seem to want to do anything. Okay, you know what? Let's move our rook over here. Yeah, move our rook over here. And then we'll move here. And then hopefully... Okay, I was actually hoping that the power bonus would give me the kill there, but unfortunately it did not. Okay, so that means... Is it going to move this way? That's the point. Is it going to move this way? I might be able to. It might not. I'm not entirely sure, but let's try it. If it moves this way, then okay. Let's go for it, shall we? And end the turn, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so the orc is running that way, and he's wanting to... What is he actually attacking, even? Did he attack my warrior? Yeah, it seems like he attacked my warrior. That was not the best idea, I gotta say. But there you go. And there we go. Let's eliminate that guy. Whoa, that guy had a massive amount of gold. That was fantastic. Okay. And, oh, look at this. The rogue is now getting the heavy cloak, which gives us the ability to gain 8 armor, which is pretty nice. But, not too sure about that. Also, if you have 10 or more armor as the warrior, gain 4 temporary power. That is really good. I gotta say, that is very, very good, but I don't think I have the ability that gives me armor every single time I slay an enemy unit. If I did have, then this would be a fantastic skill to take, but I actually don't have that. Sorceress gains temporary armor when they destroy an enemy. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? I'm going to take that one. Because she is quite weak otherwise. She doesn't have any armor naturally, so it is going to be pretty useful for her, I think. And otherwise, I think that is it. Yes, indeed. Okay. Now they're spawning once again. There's another spawn point there, and there's 2 very close by to the sorceress. Okay, we're going to move the rook. Not entirely sure whether we should move here or there. I'm thinking probably here is okay. And then we'll move the sorceress around about there. That sounds good to me. And the rogue probably wants to move around here just to make sure. Yeah, I think that's good. And then let's move this guy here. And he'll get ready to attack. Yeah, look at these guys. They only have 6 HP. They should die very, very fast. And we're going to attack both of them. Boom. There you go. That was very nice. And... now... yeah, the rogue can't even reach there, unfortunately. However, what I can do is I can do this. So if this guy decides to run over here, he's gonna take 3 damage from that. I'm not entirely sure if that's really going to make any difference, but maybe it's going to do something. I don't know, but we'll find out. Yeah, that did not do anything, unfortunately. But it did move him in range of the tower, and then the tower was able to finish him off, so that's pretty good. Anyway, when a high-tier spell is cast, the sorceress gains plus 10 power and plus 1 damage radius until the end of the turn. Also, you have Isolate. Enemies that don't have any adjacent enemies nearby take plus 4 damage from your attacks. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I'm going to take that. The rogue is going to do so much damage. If it's a boss, yeah. This is going to do so much damage. It really is. Okay, so I don't even know where to really move my units now. So I think I'm probably just going to leave most people where they are, with the exception of the warrior and the sorceress, where I'm just going to move them a little bit. Then we're going to go to the next turn, because as you see, look at that, there's actually someone going to appear on that freezing trap. I don't know whether it's going to reactivate or anything, but I would assume probably not, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I think we can probably move here once again. And what is this? We should probably not bother with that. Let's move over here. And let's move... Should I even bother moving here, to be honest? Maybe? Yeah, why not? Okay. Wow. Yeah, that is pretty hilarious. Okay, yeah, this guy actually has a massive amount of armor. This is a red goblin defender. Yeah, they usually have a lot of armor to start with, which is a real big deal. But I'm able to kill both of these instantly, as you can see. And now she's got 10 armor, which is kind of crazy. And otherwise, we can now attack here. Look at that, 22 damage, 22. Ha! How can you say no to that? And yeah, the warrior is just going to be beating on this defender for quite some time, unfortunately. And this guy is just a regular red goblin. No doubt he's going to try and attack the rook, which is unfortunate. But my towers will be attacking in the next turn, so hopefully I'm going to be able to keep it away for a decent amount of time. And my rogue is getting ganged up on right now, which is not great. And I can kill this, but that's all I'm going to be able to do. I could give him... Oh, you know what? Stone shield. Let's give him another stone shield. And let's attack this. And then I can't really do anything else, unfortunately. I can move here. Maybe I can do damage? No, I can't do damage with the sorceress from there. It might be good to move her anyway, so let's just do that. And we'll move the rook there too. Wow, this guy is just buffing himself up with huge amounts of armor. That's hilarious. Okay, let's end the turn. It seems every single time he attacks, he actually gains armor, this defender. So it might be an idea for me to move the warrior away just over here. He only does 1 damage, as you can see. So it's basically doing nothing. Yeah, if I move here, then I will be able to attack. That's good. Let's move this round about here. And there we go. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, 1 damage. That's really not going to do anything. But this guy is doing so much damage. The tower just does so much damage right there. So pretty happy with that. And there we go. Okay, final round. Final round. Okay, the warrior heals for 2 each time they destroy an enemy. I personally don't like this skill at all. I think that the warrior is not going to get too many kills, and healing for 2 HP, I don't think that's particularly good. I think if the sorceress has anything, like for example this, when the sorceress kills an enemy in range of the arcane tower, it gains +1 power. That's insane. If you think about that, that's really crazy. So I'm actually gonna think about maybe doing that. Maybe we should do that. Yeah, why not? I'm just buffing the sorceress at this point. It's kind of amusing. Okay, so I'm gonna move the rogue back here. I actually hoped that he would get some kind of regeneration or some kind of heal, because he needs it pretty badly. Okay, boss wave incoming. Okay, so where's the boss gonna spawn? I think it's spawning right there on that freeze trap. Yeah, I think it is spawning right there. Okay, so this means we are going to move the rook over here. We're going to move the sorceress here. The rogue is not looking really good right now, as you can quite clearly tell. He is looking really bad. And I think I'm going to have to keep him in the back, to be honest. There we go. I guess that's all I can really do. I'm going to have to give him 4 armor. Okay, here we go. So, this is Azaz, the boss himself. He is now attempting to attack us. And I would like to do massive damage, please. Okay, we're going to have to move the warrior first. Can I do that? Let's move the warrior... Let's move the warrior here. And then we'll move the sorceress here, and then we'll do damage. And I think we're probably going to have to buff everyone. I mean, technically what I could do is I could use a barricade against the boss, and I could literally just have him attack that barricade for a pretty long amount of time. So we could try that out. And actually, let's place a barricade there as well, because what that's going to do is that might force this orc to step on the freezing trap, which is definitely something I wouldn't mind seeing, so that might be cool. Yep, as you can see, he attacked the barricade. These are both attacking the barricade as well. That's perfect. And the archer literally just attacked the warrior, which was a huge waste of an attack, to be honest. And now, oh yes, now this is when things get great for us. So I'm going to do something like this, where we literally just attack the archer. That's going to be super easy kill for us. And then the rogue will kill this. Hopefully this boss will not go after our rogue, but if he does, I'm going to use a stone plate ahead of time, so we're just going to do that. Can I attack here? I can't attack right here for some reason. I don't know why I can't do that. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, well, we're going to have to just leave it then. Let's use stone plate. I'm worried. Ah, there we go. He's just going after the warrior. That's perfectly fine. That is not a big deal. Okay, so the cannon tower, arcane tower, yeah, we're not in range of that. But bear in mind that look at how much damage the rogue is capable of doing. The rogue is literally so powerful right now. Okay, so we're going to have to move this back here. I'm wondering whether this is actually good. Because if I go here, the rogue might actually die. Yep, he's done. He is done. Okay, yeah, I that's the thing. I have to move the rogue into range to deal damage with him. Otherwise, he's just going to be kind of useless. So, yeah, that's the main thing there. Generally, though, that is a victory for us. Pretty nice. And we gain a huge amount of experience, massive amount of gold as well. And we can use all of this to upgrade ourselves. Alright, so the first time the sorcerers kill 6 enemies in a battle, gain +6 power until the end of battle. That sounds really good. I'm actually going to take that. Although I don't know whether that's actually going to carry through to the next levels. Anyway, these three. Why do they feel so familiar? You may have encountered them when they were still alive. Another place and time. Which reminds me, you don't belong here, do you, Azaz? Goodbye, dull demon. Coward, you should have at least killed me with your own hands. Alright, and there you go. Then they give you a breakdown of how many of each particular unit you killed and, you know, your gemstones and everything. And now I'm going to be able to go on to the Icelands. So, this is our new boss. Ratha is known for his evasive tactics while boasting heavy ranged artillery from his ship Icebreaker. And that is his strength, of course. And the weakness is that he never strays too far from his ship. In other words, we can kind of bait him out, I guess. Anyway, we now have a chance to level up. And this gives us an opportunity to now select a bunch of different skills for our heroes. So, what do I want to go for? Well, personally, I really love the sorceress in almost every way. I think that she's fantastic. I think she has a great amount of, well, everything. So I'm thinking we're probably going to be taking power with her, and we could even give her +8 max health, which would make her even more deadly. But I'm actually wondering whether we should level up every single one of our characters here, because if the warrior and the rogue are both capable of doing additional damage, then that might make sense, wouldn't it? Because you can see here the rogue does 18 damage at the moment, so if I give him another 3, that's 21 damage per hit. And then I could also give him another +8 to max health, which would actually be kind of useful. So maybe that would be a good idea. The warrior is already basically unstoppable, and he doesn't really have any difficulties staying alive. But the rogue, as you no doubt saw, did actually die, so it would be a good idea to maybe do something about that. Anyway, now we have to upgrade our defenses. We have gold to be able to do that. So, for me, personally, I really love leveling up barricades. That may seem like a huge waste, and generally I think it probably is, but I really love leveling up the barricade. I mean, it's such a boring... you know, that's such a boring choice, isn't it? I would choose the boring choice. But here's the thing. While the barricades might be pretty, you know, just a useful item, they are obviously not the most exciting thing ever. But just think about this. Think about a barricade with 20-something HP. It has 10 at the moment. But just think about it. If it has a massive amount of HP, what kind of thing is going to be able to stop it? Right? I mean, look at this. When destroyed by an enemy, give your heroes +4 temporary armor and power next turn. This is just insane. I have to go for this. There we go. Not enough gold. But you see now, it has 20... it has 25 HP. The barricade has 25 HP. I welcome anyone attempting to destroy my barricade now. That is going to be pretty incredible. Anyway, here we go. Let's go into this fight and see what we have on our hands. Magister, there is another threat. The northern tribes have marched into our lands, no doubt to take advantage of our casualties. That is most peculiar. The tribes have kept to themselves for almost 100 years. Why attack now? Perhaps they too see an opportunity to acquire our gems. I am sorry to ask for this, but it appears I will require your services a little longer. Alright, here we go. So, now we have different enemies to deal with, and they obviously have increased stats, because obviously our forces have increased stats, so we have to deal with them as well. Alright, so first of all, I am going to be placing the Emerald Tower right there, because no doubt there are going to be some people spawning right away, very, very close by, and I would like them to be dealt with by the tower as fast as possible. And otherwise, we're going to be placing the Arcane Tower round about here, and the Cannon Tower round about here. They seem like good places. And we have the same spells as you can see right there. Every single time you start a run, your spells are going to be different. But for my run right now, I have these, which is actually not bad. I think that they're pretty decent at the moment. Okay, so the rogue, I kind of don't want to put him in the line of fire, but I kind of have to if I want to get him doing damage. So I'm actually going to give him some stone plate for the moment. I know I might be a little bit maybe too cautious potentially with him, but I would like to be relatively fast to eliminate our enemies here. Let's do some damage. There we go. My tower is then going to be doing a nice amount of damage as well. And I think my Cannon Tower and my Arcane Tower should be able to do a lot of damage to this guy too. He's still going to have a decent amount of HP left, but we should be able to eliminate him with one Sorceress attack. Alright, yeah, I haven't moved the Rook. Don't really care about moving the Rook at the moment. Okay, yeah. Yep, there you go, that guy's done. And then that guy has 8 HP remaining, that's perfectly fine. And as you can see, now we can move up here, boom, and he's dead. Look at that, the Rogue is, oof, so damaging, okay. Otherwise, let's move here, do damage, boom, he's dead. And now we can upgrade our hero. Alright, so what do we want to go for? The warrior gains temporary power if they don't move on their turn. Well, usually I'm moving. Ooh, now that is amazing. Can move through all units and blocked tiles. Agile. That seems super useful. However, what about this? The sorceress gains 4 temporary armor each time they attack. If you can imagine this with her current ability, which allows her to attack 2 enemies at the same time as long as they are within attack range, that is going to give her 8 armor, as far as I'm aware, right? That would give her 8 armor, I assume. So we're going to take that. Alright, there we go. That seems pretty good to me. Let's move the warrior back a little bit, and then we will go... I'm going to move the Rook a little bit. There we go. Okay. Oh, there's someone spawning right next to this guy. That's perfect. Okay, let's place a frost trap round about there. And then the rogue is actually going to move back this way, because if this is a ranged unit, I don't really want to be in range of them. So, yeah, we want to be a little bit careful about that. And otherwise, let's move the sorceress. Actually, let's move the warrior here, and then the sorceress can move round about there. Is that actually in range? I don't think that's actually in range of everyone. Is it? Is it? I think it might be. I don't think it is, but I think it might be. Let's just try it and we'll see, I guess. Let's destroy this this thing here because I'd like to place a trap there. And then we'll move the rook a little bit more. I'm a little bit worried about my arcane tower being eliminated. Maybe I don't have to be though. Wow, that was really nice. That was a kill almost immediately right there. That was good. And now this guy has 20. Are you serious? This guy has 22 HP and we have 21 damage. Oh, he is. Oh no, he gains damage because this guy is by himself. Yeah, so he's able to do even more damage. He's able to do +4 on top of 21 because the guy is alone. That was fantastic. Okay, that's really, really good then. Okay, so let's move over here and then we will deal with this. And I'm just gonna basically... just gonna go toe-to-toe with this wolf, I guess, as it is right now. And this archer is probably going to try and do damage to our rogue. So I'm going to give the rogue a little bit of armor. Yeah. Oh. This dwarf warrior. He's got a lot of HP. Look at him. Whoa, that's pretty crazy. Okay. Yeah, this guy. Just take out the wolf. Thank you. And yeah, my arcane tower is gonna go down, I believe, unless can I place this right underneath him? Nah, I can't. Of course not. Okay, yeah, this might be bad then. Yeah, the arcane tower is probably gonna be destroyed. Yep, there we go. Has been destroyed. Kind of unfortunate, to be honest. Kind of unfortunate. I was trying to build it up as much as I possibly could, but obviously sometimes you just have to take the losses, unfortunately. Anyway, let's have a look here. If the warrior takes health damage, they gain 4 temporary power next turn. That's pretty good. Gain 5 power when attacking an unarmored enemy. How long does that last, though? It just says gain 5 power. Yes, I will take that. Am I putting too much on the rogue right now? I think I'm putting too much on the rogue right now. This might be bad. This might turn out to be extremely bad, actually. Okay, well, whatever the case, let's go next turn. Ooh, no one spawning over here? That must mean that there are a bunch of dwarven warriors coming or something like that. No doubt. Okay, let's go here because then she's in range of both of them. And yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Oh, that is a... Okay, they are elites. Okay, that is problematic. Right. Okay. Well, this guy does 12 damage per hit. But you know what we have? Yes? Do you know? Oh, yes, I think you do. Yes, we have barricades. We have barricades. These things are amazing, and they are going to be really, really useful here. I'm going to be placing one roundabout there to protect the tower just in case, and otherwise we can now move our rogue into position as well. There we go. And now he's actually in range of the tower, hilariously enough. That's actually what I was hoping he would do. I was hoping he would move over to the left to attack the barricade. And that seems to be working really, really nicely. So I'm happy with that. Now let's see if can the sorceress get in range? Yes, she can. Fantastic. That's really, really good. Now that means the rogue can eliminate him. Boom. There you go. The rogue has +5 power against enemies that are missing health. Yes. Yes. Thank you. He has so many modifiers right now that I don't even know what could survive him at this point. That is amazing. Okay, let's have a look. More people coming in. Okay, so we should probably move around about here. No, not there, not there. Somewhere around about... Probably here is... that's okay, I guess, but not great. Yeah, around about there. And the barricade is still up and running, by the way. So if someone spawns this way, they're going to get taunted really nicely, so shouldn't be too bad. Okay, there's an elite over there. That is a dwarven knee breaker. Ah, yes, perfect. And we have an elven sniper here. Its attack range is not that large, so we don't have to worry about it too much. But maybe a little bit. Okay, let's... This is slightly bad. I don't want to waste the sorceress on attacking this guy, but I'm going to have to, I think. As I kind of want to attack this one with the warrior, just to keep him kind of locked down, so to speak. And that is an interdimensional thief. Okay, well that shouldn't be too bad. I do need to close the gap with the elven sniper. Yeah, that's the reason why we have to close the gap with the elven sniper. Boom. I mean, really, that is so damaging. It's so nice to see that. Okay, let's do some damage here. Nice, that was good. And, yeah. This guy's got, what? 0? What? What does this thing actually do? I don't even know. It has 0 attack. That's kind of interesting. Okay, that should be... And there you go. Done. Alright, gain 1 power each time you attack. Resets if you don't attack by the end of your turn. Oh wow, overconfidence. Plus 8 power for the rogue. Lose this effect when the rogue takes damage. Oh, I'm going to take focusing though for the sorceress. That gives me +2 range for -1 movement, which in my opinion is great. More people in range equals more damage done, you know, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for right there. I would really like to have the rogue heal himself a little bit, but it seems like I'm not getting any luck in that regard. Okay, here we go, more spawn points. I'm going to have to move... I don't need to worry about this because the barricade is going to taunt that person. I don't need to worry about here. Maybe here I need to worry about. Let's go this way. And I'm going to give him some temporary armor just in case. And then the sorceress can move here. The warrior can move here as well. Maybe round about here would be good. Yeah, I think that seems nice. And let's go on. Wow, a lot of elven mages and elven snipers right now. This is maybe a little bit problematic. Okay, let's give him some more armor. Just in case. Okay, sorceress. Wow, she can attack. Wow, this is... Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, let's attack like so. Yeah, she does not gain 2 armor when the fire ability actually activates. When the second fire activates, she does not gain additional armor from that. So that's good to know because I was actually wondering about that. And apparently that does not work the way I thought, which is perfectly fine. Don't have a problem with that. And otherwise, I think I would like to place a trap round about here. And I would like to place a trap right about here. Now let's see what happens. Ah, yes, I forgot. They have agile. Yes, indeed. The elven snipers have agile, so that they are able to basically stand wherever they want, pretty much. They can literally go wherever, and they can stand and just shoot. So that was the reason why they were able to stand here. I should have destroyed it with Decimate and then placed a trap there that dealt 3 damage, but it doesn't really matter that much because, well... the Rook kills everything in 1 hit anyway. Okay, let's see what we can do. Interdimensional Thief, let's just kill that. It gives me more money, I guess. I guess it's just a sort of small bonus objective that you're able to utilize to gain yourself a little bit of extra cash. Yeah, this mage is gaining, yeah, it's empowered. It has the ability to power itself up every single turn, which is kind of interesting. Okay, well, that's not really going to help it that much. I really wish the rogue could get into range much faster, to be honest. Yeah, he's still not in range. Can I not attack from here? Why can I not attack from here? This does not make any sense. I should be able to attack here, at least, but apparently I'm not able to. So I guess I will just have to leave it the way it is. Okay, we have... Oh, look at that. She stepped on the trap. That is hilarious. Okay, that's really, really good. Let's just finish her off with the sorceress. There we go. And now, what do we have? Ah, small heal. Fantastic. Yes, I think we will probably... this is looking pretty good, actually. If an enemy survives the sorceress's attack, the sorceress gains +3 temporary power next round. That could be very powerful. But I actually want to keep the rogue alive, so I'm going to be going for 7 health here. And let's move this guy away from here. Let's move the rogue into a bit more of a central position. And the same thing with the rook. There we go. And now let's see what happens. Okay, it's boss time. There is the boss. It's only the boss. We only have to deal with the boss? Really? Okay, that's actually fantastic. That means that I should be able to win this without any difficulties whatsoever. I am going to be moving all of my forces up here, and then I literally just have to place a barricade right next to him, and we shouldn't have any issues unless he has massive amounts of attack. If he has massive amounts of attack, then we are going to have some problems. He has 0 attack at the moment. Oh, he switched his positioning. I see. Well, that did not help me, did it? But I am actually able to do massive damage here, which is pretty good. And I want to kill the tower. I'm not able to do that. Okay. Well, gonna have to kill this then. Let's move here. Aha! Interesting. Okay, so he seems to change position every single turn, which is kind of interesting. Okay, wait a minute. That means... Yeah, I think this looks good. We need to get this guy involved straight up. Yeah, he has 0 attack. So he attacks through his cannons. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay. Well, my barricades are basically useless against this guy now, as a result of that. Oh, no, never mind, never mind. They are actually taunting. They are actually taunting, which is really good. Okay. Well, I'm kind of happy about that then, at least. So much damage from the rogue, really. Huge damage from that. The barricade is actually saving me a lot of damage taken right now, which is pretty cool. And I'm kind of happy that this guy literally does not attack, because if he were attacking right now, I think we would have some maybe slightly big issues. I mean, if you add up all of the cannon's attack values, then he would be attacking for 24 damage per hit, which would be kind of harsh, to be honest. But yeah, I think as it is right now, we might have him. Maybe. But I kind of want to do damage to these, because I want to get them out the way. I want to try and reduce the amount of damage that we take so far. So that's what I'm going to do for the most part. He's going to teleport after this anyway. As you can see, he's right there, which means that he is in range of my sorceress, which means that she can do 8 damage, or not 8 damage, but he has 8 HP remaining, basically. And then we can also destroy the mortar here as well. Now, I'm going to move my warrior here, because this is basically where he's going to teleport next, I think. No, he didn't. Okay, he's still in range of my sorceress. That is a huge error on his part. And he's dead. There we go. And now we have the ability to choose something else. Alright, what do we have? If you didn't attack this turn, gain 6 armor. If you didn't move this turn, gain 6 armor. Well, if you want to turn him into a complete tank, then you can obviously do that if you want to. If the rogue is standing next to a cannon tower at the start of their turn, they will teleport back to their previous position after they attack once this turn. That is very, very useful if you are a skilled player. Personally, for me, I am much more straightforward, so I probably won't be doing that. But what about this? When the sorceress takes health damage, cast your high tier spell for free. I guess we'll just take that. I don't really know, to be honest. But there you go. There's a nice victory for us. It is regrettable that it has come to this, but savagery must not be tolerated. The northern tribes will hopefully cease their advance and disband. Those men and women fought bravely, yet desperately. I hope they can return home and think on peace. I will command my soldiers to escort the northerners back to their home. You did well this day, Magister. And there we go. We're getting a huge amount of experience and a lot of gold too. Very nice indeed. And now we have the Mushroom Glade as our next level. But if you would like to check out Defend the Rook, there is a free demo available actually right now, thanks to the RPG Edition Steam event that's currently going on as well. But if you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.